A soup stone absorbs all the flavors of the ingredients that are put in the soup. Takes on the character of the carrots, the onions, the spices, the herbs, and the salts, and infuses everything with that soupy goodness. Welcome to Tingledom. It all started the day the peddler came into town. Esther had had a lot on her mind, and seeing the peddler gave her an idea. Esther had been very concerned. Her husband had died a year and a half earlier, and while they had scraped by in the meantime, her pantry was running empty. The weather was cold. She didn't know if the three of them would make it through the winter. She'd heard earlier that morning the rumbling of her young daughter's tummy, and she wondered if in a couple of days she would be able to still fill that belly as her cupboard ran bare. But Esther knew that the people in town didn't really look too well upon beggars. She was desperate, and while everyone had been very kind and generous right after her husband had gone, she knew that to get her children to grow up old enough to be able to help and move on with their lives, she was going to have to do something. But she didn't know what. And so she sat it down, and she was watching, looking to see what she might be able to come up with. And it was then that the peddler rolled into town. He had all sorts of exciting things, and he'd tell you the best story about where this teapot came from, or how these horseshoes were made by the finest blacksmith in the county. He captivated people, so they just handed their money over to him, and Hester knew it was often for things that they didn't really need. And she thought, it was always busy when the peddler first rolled into town. But later in the afternoon, it had slowed down a little bit. And so she walked up to him. How do you do it? Hello, ma'am. How can I help you today? I have the finest wares in the county. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I don't have any money. But I was wondering if I might be able to ask you a few questions. Of course, ma'am. I'm here to help. Well, I just wonder how you do it. You make everything sound so exciting. You put smiles on people's faces. And so, even though we're all struggling, you bring brightness to people's lives, and so they're willing to give you what they have. Well, there's two things that you want to do. If you want to bring that to other people's lives, the first thing you want to do is to find a way to make them feel good about themselves. We all live in very rough times, and so just telling someone something good about themselves always brings a smile to their face. The other thing I always like to do is, if I have an item, the item is not just the physical thing here in front of you. It's also the story. Where did it come from? Who made it? How did it get to be here? And you share that with them. Thank you, sir. I will think on that. And she did. She went home that night. And she thought, as she scraped together her last bit of flour, what was she going to do? She didn't have anything to give her children or herself in the morning. She didn't eat that night. And she stayed awake, thinking and thinking and thinking. But she got a smile on her face because she had an idea. In the morning, she called to her son, William. William, I have a very important job for you. But I'm hungry, Mama. I know, and this is the only way we are going to get food today. Okay? Okay, Mama. I need you to go down to the creek bed and pull out 3 or 4 stones and bring them to me. It's very cold, Mama. The river isn't frozen over. I just need you to go. Make sure not to get yourself wet, not to fall in. Go the place where it's shallow, okay? Yes, Mama. And then she went out to town. She first went to the general store. It was a small place, had a few items on the shelves, but kept stores of flour and essentials. The peddler brought in the more exotic items. And she pulled Roberta aside to chat to her. How are you doing today, Roberta? You're looking lovely. Oh, now you're glowing. And Roberto was quite pleased with this. Did you hear that there's going to be stone soup in the village square today? What's stone soup? You've never had stone soup before? Oh, well, the recipe comes from far, far away, and it can only be cooked in really large batches because you have to have room for the soup stone. It absorbs all the flavors of all the other soups it's had before. And it creates the best soup you've ever had. Oh, I need to have this soup. So he said they're having it in the village today. Yeah, I'm gonna be helping to make it. Only thing is, to make a really good stone soup, you need flowers for the noodles in the stone soup. Oh, well, we've got plenty of flour here. Do you just want to take a bag? Yeah. No, just go ahead. Just take it. Yeah, we'll come and have some soup tonight. Oh, thank you. You're amazing. And she left with her bag of flour. She was somewhat tempted on the way to just take it home, but she knew that wouldn't last in the long term. She needed to use it for the soup. Next, she went to John. John was a chicken farmer, and he still had a few birds around. And she thought, chicken in this soup would be most amazing. Hi, John. How are the kids? Oh, and how's Helen? Oh, yeah, she's doing well. You're looking very, very strong. Obviously, the farm work keeps you quite busy. Yes, it does. So, have you heard in the town, in the village square tonight, there's going to be stone soup? And he too thought, oh, I have to have some of this stone soup, and it would help Helen not having to cook. She'd been a bit under the weather. And he said, oh, all I have to do is give a chicken, of course. So he brought her a chicken later in the afternoon. Next, she knew she was going to have to handle these next two people rather delicately. There were two young people in town, old enough to have started their own ventures, but who were dumb enough to not realize that they belonged together. She first went to Lila. Hello, Lila. How are you doing? It's pretty blank. The peddler came into town, though, so that was good. So, did you know I heard that Matthew was bragging about his onions? Matthew was bragging about his onions. Oh, I know, it was completely ridiculous. So, we all know that you have the best onions. Oh, well, I mean, you think everybody knows that? sometimes I think maybe people like Matthew's onions better. Oh, no, I'm not sure. Everybody knows that you have the best onions. Have you ever thought about, maybe bringing your onions together? What are you even talking about? No, don't worry about it. You heard that there's going to be stone soup in the village square? And on she went, onions and dough. She next went to Matthew. Oh, hello, Matthew. Hi. So, I hear Lila's bragging about her carrots. What? She thinks she has better carrots than me. I mean, she just said... maybe that's not what she meant. What? No, tell me what she said. Oh, well, she just thought maybe you were telling everyone that yours were better, and... Oh, I can't believe that. I might have to go talk to her. Oh, don't worry about that. So, have you ever thought about, you do always have this back and forth, back and forth. You sure you guys don't? You might want to get married. Marry Lila. When she would say such a thing about my carrots. Oh, I was just kidding. No, she was just upset because she thought you had been bragging about your onions. Well, we all know that my carrots are the best. And do not tell her this, but we all know our onions are the best. Don't tell her. Don't tell her? I didn't say it. But imagine you two together are the best carrots and the best onions. Yeah, it would be pretty good. Do you think that everyone in town does it? But that's not why I came here. Have you heard of stone soup? What? No? What's stone soup? Oh, it is the most amazing soup. We're having it in the village square. It's cooked with a stone inside, and the stone absorbs all the flavors and redistributes them. And it tastes delicious. It's the best soup you'll ever have. Oh. Is Lila gonna be there? Yeah, she already gave me some onions so that we could make it even better. Do you need any carrots? Yeah, we need some carrots. Did you wanna come on down and have some stone soup? Just need a couple carrots. Or, I could go ask Lila, but we know those wouldn't be the best carrots. Oh, no. Here, there's some carrots just over there. And so Hester left with her carrots. Next, she went to Winston. She felt bad for Winston. He had a beautiful garden, and it was going. But he had lost his wife many years ago. And he was getting old. And you could tell he always Hi, Winston. How are you doing? Oh, not too bad, darling. How are you doing? Oh, you never complain. Are you sure you're okay? You look very sore. Oh, these old bones. They've been through a bit. Well, Winston, I hope you're coming down to the village today for stone soup. What's stone soup? Oh, stone soup. It's a recipe. It comes from very, very far away, a distant land. And it comes with a soup stone. So you cook with this stone and it flavors the soup because it absorbs the flavors and then redistributes them. Oh, it's the most amazing soup you could ever have. Oh, well, you got me at soup. If I don't have to try and put some gruel together for myself, of course, I'd love to come on down. I was just wondering, Winston, I know we're pretty deep into the cold season, but do you happen to have any celery left? It just goes wonderfully in stone soup. I probably have a little bit. Did you want some? Yes, that would be great, Winston. Then we can have the best stone soup ever. Because we all know you have the best celery. Well, I have been growing it for 40 years, so you'd hope I'd know a thing or two. You are wiser than us all, Winston. And she left with her celery. She then remembered that she needed some eggs, so she thought she'd go see Helen this time. John would probably be quite busy. Helen, John tell you about stone soup this evening? Oh, yes, I'm so glad to not have to cook. It's just so tiring day in, day out, you know. Oh, but you handle it amazingly, and you're such a good cook. Oh, you think so? Your 5 kids, they rave about you. You think everybody thinks that? Of course, Ellen. Everybody knows you're an amazing cook. I was just coming. It's not a worry at all if you can't. I was just wondering to make this stone soup the best stone soup. And tell me more about it. What is this stone soup again? Oh, so this stone soup, basically it's an old recipe. It's been handed down and finally it's come to us here. It uses a stone and it uses that to absorb all the flavors that are cooked into the soup. And then it redistributes them throughout the rest of the soup. Makes it the most amazing soup you'd ever have. And it's even better with egg noodles. Oh, yeah, sure. Take the eggs. I don't need them. We get too many around here. Thank you, Helen. See you this evening. As Hester was walking back through town, a young boy stopped her. Are you the lady that's making stone soup? Yes, Stephen. I'm the one making stone soup. Can I help at all? You want to help, do you? Yeah, well, sounds like fun. It is fun. So what is this? Stone soup again? Well, you get a stone and you put it in, and it has to be a big batch of soup. And this soup absorbs the flavors from all the other foods, redistributes them so every bite of soup has a bit of the flavor of everything else. It's the most amazing soup. Where does it come from? Oh, it comes from far, far away. And it's a very, very old recipe. But the first time it's made in town is happening today. Ooh, I'm getting hungry just hearing about it. So if I know you, Stephen, you like to collect herbs, don't you? Yes, I have quite a collection. What about, do you have some wild tarragon? Oh, my wild tarragon. There's only a little bit left. It's all dried now, obviously. But it is very prized. Well, if you want to help out, get the tarragon. Meet me in the town square in 1 hour. Okay, I'll see you then. Hester made her way back home. Ramona was there with her daughter. Ramona was her good friend who was a widow herself as well, and the two had become much closer after that had happened. Ramona had been widowed before she'd had any children, and she loved looking after Hester's little ones when she had the chance. Well, Ramona, I've got almost everything together. You see, I've got this bag of flour, I've got onions, carrots, eggs, and John's bringing a chicken. I'm so excited. My belly's rumbling, and I'm just so relieved. I've been so worried that I wasn't going to be able to feed my children. Oh, I know I've been worried for you as well. I wish I had more that I could give you. But I'm just so glad that this is coming together for you. Oh, Ramona, you're such a good friend. There is one thing, because you still have the bag of salt. Yeah? Oh, yeah, I still have a lot of salt. Did you want some? Oh, well, we can't have soup without salt, can we? Okay, I'll go and get it. And Ramona went off. Hester's son had come back, and he proudly laid out the different stones that he had. He had one with little pock marks on it. Maybe not the prettiest, but one that could very much absorb the flavors of soup. Brought a smooth stone. Very pretty. Oh, very well done. And he brought a flat stone. This one's great for skipping, Mama. Oh, wow. We'll let you keep that one then. Any more? And then I have this one. Now that, my son, looks like the perfect soup stone. Done an amazing job. Now, when Ramona gets back, we're going to go down to the creek. We're going to fill up our pails of water. And then we have to go into town. And we're going to have an amazing soup for dinner. Okay, kids? Yes, Mama. They were very well-behaved kids. Annoyingly so. And so Ramona came back, and they went down together to the creek, and they brought water. They went into the village square, and Stephen joined them, and lots of other people came, not so much to help as to take in the aroma of a cooking delicious soup. The onions were chopped and put in celery and carrots. Ramona mixed up the dough, creating lovely, long, chunky noodles. John brought the chicken, bones and all, which helped flavor the broth, and the skin added a little bit of fat into this delicious soup. It cooked and cooked and cooked, and the crowd gathering got bigger and bigger as all the town got word about the stone soup. People had brought their bowls from home, and then Hester announced, "The soup is ready." This stone that's in this soup has absorbed the flavors of the carrots, the onions, the chicken, the noodles, the salt. And she looked at each person who had provided the ingredient, and of course, the lovely tarragon to tie it all together. Now, this soup stone will absorb this goodness, and it can come out in the next batch of soup. Let's eat. Everybody dug into the soup. They were ladling out, and Hester ladled the soup out for everyone in town and found there was still lots of soup at the bottom. She watched her kids sitting there with full bellies as she ate her soup. Everyone loved the soup. It was the most amazing soup. Most people usually only had the things they usually had and a couple, one or two things. This brought everything together, and it was so good. Word began to spread about the stone soup. Hester was making it many nights a week, and people came from far and wide to just get a taste of the stone soup. And so her and her children and her friend Ramona and the whole village did quite well. And of course, Hester, every time the peddler came through, would give him a free bowl of soup. You are the one who created